Actually, ma'am, system is rebooting. So probably 2 minutes. All the team members of group one should be here. I'll just post the message. Let everyone join. Darshan, you are there in team three, group three. Group three, your turn will come after some 10 minutes. Give me some time. Okay. Darshan, you can join later. See, like Niharika is messaging that she's facing lot of network issues at her end. So probably from her team, one of you can take it forward for her as well. If she is unable to join, she's trying, but if she's unable to join, one of you can take it forward.
Grade 9 Niharika, ma'am.
Grade 9 Niharika, yes.
Okay.
Okay, students, one thing, let there be uniformity in everything. Just see to it better. You all use capital letters only. You can use your name. For example, I'm writing for Sumeda. Sumeda hyphen grade 8. Let it be like this so that the uniformity be there in everything. Okay, keep that in mind. Students of group 1, can you all please be here? Only group 1. Others, once I post the message, can join in StreamYard. Thank you. So only Niharika is yet to join, right? From proposition team, all three are here. From opposition team, Niharika is not there. I'll call her.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, ma'am.
Mr. Rajni, when are we starting?
Ma'am, actually, Suji ma'am system got hanged, ma'am. So, ma'am mentioned that she will join in few minutes. That's why we are waiting for Suji ma'am.
Okay.
Since ma'am has joined,
So,
then can we start, ma'am?
so Shajni, we wait for her.
Yes, ma'am. I'll call ma'am and see whether the system has become all right, or if it's not, then we can start, ma'am. Since ma'am has joined, we can start, ma'am.
No, no, let us wait for her. She might be having some instruction to give them.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. You have the sheet
Yes.
of the floor.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Anusha, you are being the MC, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So let her wait. Now it's 21. Let us wait for 2, 3 more minutes. We'll start at 25 if she is not there still there.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. Ma'am
Oh,
has joined.
she's fine. Good morning, Shuchishmita.
Good morning. So have we started?
No, no, no. I just joined because I did not have the link. So I was backstage and I just joined and we wanted to wait for you. So we'll start now.
Okay. So Anju, one thing, please make a note. Today, only Anusha Riganti, she is going to be on the stage along with Miss Nivedita. I will be in the backstage like I was in Olympics. Anju, if you could write, if you got that.
Anju
Okay.
is not here, I think.
Yeah, okay.
We'll
Okay.
tell her.
Shall
We'll
we
tell her.
start, Anusha? All of you, the group ones, and please kindly switch on your cameras and we will start from here. Adishwi, Sumedha, and Michelle, kindly cameras. Anusha, wear your blazer, Baba, and hair has to be in a neat bun.
Blazer and inside it has to be a white shirt. Okay. And hair neatly tied. Okay, and all of you participants, please wear, if you don't have your uniform, please wear a white shirt. Okay, no t-shirt. If you do not have a white shirt, you can wear a white collared t-shirt. Okay, but it has to be white. And if you have the school blazer, please wear the school blazer. Carry on.
Okay, Pranav, you had a question. So we are going to tell our points in front of our opposition team. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I shown it should not be a problem. Actually, it would help you because because it's a very short time and you have to rebut. So we are not going to give you any feedback in the front of any opposition team. Just listen to each other. That will help you even come up with your rebuttal points. You still have some time. Okay. Okay. So, Sumedha and Michelle, kindly switch on the camera and we will start. Anusha, kindly start till it's their time.
Okay, ma'am, sure. A warm good afternoon to all of you present here. My name is Anusha Reganti and I will be your host for today's event. I welcome our honored Managing Director Mr. Shabaz Saman, our Academic Director Ms. Fatma, our well-loved Head of School Dr. Ratna Ghosh, our Guest of Honor and Academic Advisor Ms. Nivedita Mukherjee, our Early Years Consultant Ms. Sonal Chadha, our dear teachers, and of course, our star participants for the event. Today, we have the students of grade 3 to 5 who will compete in the debate competition SOCATHON to share their views on various topics of socio-cultural relevance and bring out their hidden aptitude. We are happy to announce that Ms. Nivedita Mukherjee, who is a renowned educationalist, has consented to judge the debate competition to support and encourage our students in their efforts. Before calling the participants, let me read out the rules given to the participants, and the participants are requested to follow these rules and regulations. Each speaker will have limited timings of 2 minutes to put across their points. Points will be deducted in case they exceed the time limit. Speakers from the beginning should consider their intended audience to be the public, a mixed age group, not simply an audience of peers. Statements which might be interpreted as embarrassing or containing gender, cultural, or racial stereotypes are unsuitable for the competition. Now, without further delay, I would like to invite our first group of participants. Their topic is India failed to manage the coronavirus pandemic. The members of the proposition team who would like to speak in favor of the motion are Anand De of grade 11, Adashri Menon of grade 10, and Pranav Menon of grade 8. The members of the opposition team are Michelle A of grade 8, Niharika H of grade 9, and Sumedha of grade 8. I would like to invite Anand, the first speaker of the proposition team, to open the debate.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Anand. The debate for the discussions for the past 1 year has revolved around COVID, whether it be political, social, or educational. Therefore, it is impertinent that there has to be a debate on whether India has been able to handle the COVID pandemic situation successfully. Me, Adishri, and Pranav are for the statement that India has failed in handling the COVID pandemic situation. Firstly, there was a false notion created by the government that India has won over the first wave of COVID, despite despite several warnings of emergence of new strains after several months of low case counts, that led to a laid-back approach to the COVID vaccinations and preparations for the second wave. Secondly, the modeling suggested that India had falsely achieved the target of herd immunity that led to complicancy and insufficient preparations. But a Sero survey by the ICMR suggested in January that only 21% of people had herd immunity. Then the government of India had crossed the constitutional boundary, saying that state health is a state subject and declared an unplanned lockdown. And the state governments did not have proper human and technical researches for preparations of vaccine strategies and for preparation of a lockdown. Thirdly, the AIMS and ICMR, which are institutes of national importance in the second wave, were only confined to advisory of public health in India.
Thank you, Anand. Now I would
Anand,
like to.
1 minute. Anand, always say thank you. So that's an indication for Anusha that she needs to move on. Okay? And Anand, did you time your speech? It seemed to be a little more than 2 minutes. Could you time yourself today also? Yeah, just time yourself. And another, just a general feedback is that when Anusha is introducing all of you, that Pranav of grade 8, Anand of grade 11, just smile and wave your hand, because that's what, you would notice that participants do when they are being introduced. Recognize that you are being introduced to your audience. Okay? Sure.
And one more thing, Suchishmita, can we make a bell ring at 1 minute 30 seconds? Just for a clue for them to wind up.
Okay. Anusha, do you have a
Stopwatch?
stopwatch? Usually all phones have a stopwatch. Do you have a stopwatch?
Yes,
Would you
ma'am.
be able to start your stopwatch once they are speaking? Can you, do you have a bell at home?
An alarm, or if you have a just a, like a puja bell, You can just
Could
ring
you
it.
check with your mom if you have a bell? Usually the temple rooms have one
Yeah, ma'am.
in every
Ma'am, do you
house.
want me to go and get it now?
Yeah, that will be good. Quickly.
Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So
Then
after Anand, who's the next speaker? Just invite
So
and go.
at 1 minute 30 seconds, just ring it.
Anand, sorry, who is the first speaker of the opposition team?
Ma'am, it's me.
Okay, so Michelle, you can start.
Yes, ma'am. We strongly disagree that India failed to manage the coronavirus pandemic. Our nation, with the guidance of the government and with the help of the citizens, has been under control during the pandemic. India's management of the first wave of COVID 19 was great, and the kind of discipline which had been introduced at that time gave the country a lot of confidence to control the second wave of the pandemic in an organized manner. The Indian government worked intensely to minimize the number of cases and consequences daily, and they took all the necessary steps to combat the challenges and threat posed by the growing invisible pandemic war involving public, medical association, nurses, NGOs, police forces, including the parliamentary. India launched the Arogya Setu mobile application for tracking the movements. Earnest efforts of all the frontline workers, especially medical doctors, nurses, healthcare staff, sanitization workers, police personnel, volunteers, and active support and obedience of the people of India has been the only possible reason owing to the control and treatment of the pandemic. We are all different from each other by caste, creed, and religion, but united by a country called India. And as India, we have not failed to manage the coronavirus pandemic as we all work together. Whether we are frontline workers, citizens, or part of the government, we all played our part in managing the pandemic as India. Jai Bharat.
thank you, Michelle. Now, I would like to invite Adishri to take this debate forward.
Okay. 1 minute. Michelle, just a quick feedback before you. I did not notice any rebuttal. Okay. You now saw what, you heard what Anand said. So you make sure that you include some rebuttal points in your thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Rebuttals, guys, rebuttals. And how can you come up with rebuttals? If you are listening to your opponent's points. So keep something, keep a notebook where you're jotting everything down so that you can include that in your speech when you're getting back to them. Got it? Or
Yes, ma'am.
all participants. Yeah, continue.
And also, Michelle, if you can place your camera a little to your left, because half of your face can be seen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just adjust your camera.
Anusha, you can continue, please.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Michelle. Now, I would like to invite Adishri to take this debate forward.
The Mahakumbh Mela in Haridwar was announced to be a super spreader of the coronavirus in more than one way. First, the government couldn't take any restrictions that led to thousands of COVID positive. But this was not only the misstep. Despite the surge in cases and moves of prohibit election-related activities, campaign rallies, and voting in some states have proceeded with an increase in cases. The ruling party in India, the BJP, has rejected the idea of a link in the rise of infections. India's daily case numbers began rising at the end of February after falling steadily from the mid-August 2021. The severity of the second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic in the Kerala is reported states officially fatally figures. While initially Kerala took the initial first stage, Kerala took just 371 days to cross the 5,500 death marks. It just took 48 days in the second record, another 5,500 deaths. The, they picked up snappily in March and reached record highs in this month. And you can see that the rate of growth has outpaced the rate seen in the initial wave which hit India in 2020. Due to range of vulnerability, such as higher incidence of poverty, overcrowded housing conditions, and high concentration in jobs, and were physically distancing of difficult immigrations and are at a much higher risk of COVID-19 infection that are native born. If you say that if government used Arogya app, most of the people used to say that it's not working itself. Like they say that most of the people doesn't pick up calls, and like if we call them, like they are saying like the phone is switched off, or they don't even give a reply to us. And there are many scams saying that government doesn't support us, or like they became careless in between of the second war. They left us free. They didn't have any issues that like if people are dying or living. And the number of deaths given by the people, given by the government, many people used to die in roads also. So what to say about this, the opposition team?
Adishri, one feedback. One is that we are not going to attack any party directly. So that sentence about, I agree with what you are saying about that, okay, there was a rise because of election activity. But the second sentence, kindly take it out, because we are not going to ruling or opposition party. We are not here to support anyone. That's one thing. Yeah,
And
make it more political.
yeah, so I might be missing out on something. Adishri, you are against the topic or for the topic?
Against one.
Huh?
Against the topic.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, it's going zigzag, no?
Right. Right.
Uh-huh.
So because that
No, you are not against the, you're for the topic, is it not, Adishri? You're in
I-
Anand's team.
But yeah, that's what Anand introduced. But she spoke against the topic.
Did you speak against the topic? No, she said that it increased.
But
You were
Anand
saying,
Anand says saying how India has been able to successfully control.
yeah, the motion is it was unable to. Yeah. Adishri, what happened, Baba? Your entire argument has gone in favor of the opposition team, is it?
Ma'am, actually, our topic is against the topic, and I don't know what
Which
is happening.
side are you on?
Ma'am,
Are you
against
speaking
the
in
motion.
favor of the motion or
No,
against the
ma'am,
motion?
against the motion.
Ma'am,
We are
she's
the opposition team.
she's in our team. She's for the motion that India failed the pandemic. She's for the motion.
Then why are you saying
Sorry.
against?
Sorry,
So we
ma'am. Like, I
started
get
with
sometimes
Anand.
confused in proposition, opposition.
Okay. So we started with Anand, right? Then Pranav.
Yes, ma'am.
Then who should be? Then it should go back to Anand's team. So who is on Anand's team? Anand, who are the other members in your team?
And after me, the second speaker is Adishri for proposition.
Okay, tell me what is the topic. Tell me what is the topic, Anand?
And the topic is that India has failed to manage the COVID pandemic, and we are speaking for the thing that and saying how India has failed in managing the pandemic.
So you are saying India has failed. Anand, you agreed that India has failed. I could get that very clearly, right? Then we went to Pranav, who is saying that no, India was able to manage the pandemic well, right, Pranav?
No, ma'am, I'm in Anand's team. I'm the last proposition speaker.
Ma'am, it was Michelle, ma'am.
It was Michelle.
Yeah. So Michelle did speak. Michelle spoke against the topic. And it's again coming back to Adishri, and Adishri is saying, so it's all right. Ma'am, there's no confusion. Her stand is right. Yeah. She's saying that, because of election activities and everything, it was not, it was not working.
I will suggest then one thing, Adishri. You take on from Michelle. Okay, just have a connecting line from Michelle, where Michelle stops. That like a connecting line to take on the cue from Michelle and then start what you have to say. Michelle, can you finish?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can you just say the last line?
Yes, ma'am. As India, we have not failed to manage the coronavirus pandemic as we all work together. Whether we are frontline workers, citizens, or part of the government, we all played our part in managing the pandemic as India. Jai Bharat.
Okay, here you can say, like in your own words, like how you differ in your thought process from Michelle.
Yeah. So Adishri, just say, dear Michelle, I do not agree with your points, and
Or
then
I
you
beg
can
to
start
differ.
with you.
Or I
Yeah.
beg to differ.
Or I beg to differ. I don't agree. I disagree with you. So have that connecting line. Okay, Adishri, got it. And another thing, I felt that you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
to take that one line out about the ruling party that need not be there, and also please ensure that you have practiced your speech well. You were stuttering the bit that is curated also, but I really liked that you included rebuff, so that's good. But also keep a this thing on her your time, and please look out for the bell that Anusha is going to ring. Okay, it should not overshoot the time. Okay, Anusha, continue.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Adishri. Now I would like to invite Niharika to put her thoughts.
Okay,
Niharika may
Michelle.
not be able to join. I think
Hmm.
Shajini, Niharika is having some problem.
Okay,
Yes,
Michelle and
ma'am.
Sumedha. Now Niharika is not here, right? So what do? We sit quietly for
Okay,
two.
have her points.
Yes, ma'am, we have a point.
So Sumedha, were you able to
So who
continue?
will stand in case that Niharika is unable to join on that day also? What will you do, Michelle? Huh, Baba? Now Sumedha also left. Michelle, now it's only you against three of them.
Yes,
Huh?
ma'am.
So,
What will
Michelle,
you do?
you can start with my friend Niharika is unable to join. So, on her behalf, I'll take the motion forward.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, like her script, we don't properly have her script. Actually, I'll try to get it from her, ma'am. I
Try
have
to get
Sumeda's
it.
script.
Try to get it, otherwise, you will lose out on the group assignment.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you
So,
have Sumedha's script?
Yes, ma'am. I have Sumeda's script.
Make
so
sure,
try.
Michelle, that you have her script, because that is we always know, right? Whenever it is
Yes, ma'am.
someone not able, we need to have each other's script. Shajni, kindly just coordinate for this now.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Uh,
We'll do that, ma'am.
yeah.
We'll do it, ma'am. Yes.
Uh, so they need to have each other's scripts. Okay, so we will move on then. Niharika is not there. So who's the next speaker? Anju, could you let Sumedha in? She is backstage. Shazli, can you kindly ask Anju to let Niharika in?
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Anusha, continue.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Niharika. Now I would like to invite
Okay,
Pranay.
Anusha, Niharika was not here. So just don't blindly read out from the script. Niharika was not there. So if Michelle spoke in her steed, what would you say? Still say thank you, Niharika. Someone who's not
No,
present. Then?
no, ma'am.
So you'll say
Thank
thanks, Michelle. We'll move on. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
ma'am.
go on.
Thank you.
So instead of
Ma'am,
Michelle, Niharika, just say Michelle and read out the next rest of the sentence. Come on.
yes, ma'am. Thank you, Michelle. Now I would like to invite Pranav to share his thoughts and arguments.
While we do acknowledge the efforts that India has put in to try and manage the pandemic, we are here to point out some key mistakes that they made and did not acknowledge, such as the shortage of emergency supplies, testing kits, and delay. Several independent experts have said that India is not testing enough for COVID 19 cases. At least one highly placed official, Dr. Girdar Gyani, the convener of the Center's Hospital Task Force on COVID 19 hospitals, has admitted that this is because of a lack of kits. 123 state run labs were operating at just 36% capacity, while the 49 accredited private labs managed at just an average of 8 tests each. This dire situation was entirely predictable since it was only on March 16th that the government made its first bulk order of 1 million COVID 19 testing kits from Germany. The extremely low testing rate, perhaps the most controversial aspect of the Indian government's COVID 19 response, is its testing, which has ensured that India is conducting fewer tests than most other countries. India has tested at a rate of 10.5 tests per million people. So low a figure that leading countries were testing at rates hundreds of times higher than India. At least one public health expert has gone on record to say that the tests administered by India by far may not even be adequate for one district. The uncomfortable fact is that the official COVID-19 related numbers, is the product of India's extremely low testing rate and are practically worthless and may have irreparably compromised India's response by creating a false sense of reassurance. Add to this the fact that the low test rate itself is a result of shortage in testing kits. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pranav, one thing. When you take over from Anusha, when Anusha introduces, say thank you, Anusha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and
Yes,
just that connecting line, I'll you mentioned that you are talking for the motion.
yes, ma'am. And I left actually so much weight because I had so that I could rebut. Could have some rebuttal
Yes,
against whoever talks.
right. So mention that. Just introduce that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, come up with rebuttals. Otherwise, it was very confidently spoken, Pranav. But then rebuttals, you will not be able to, you have to bring down your opposition team, not by being aggressive, but being logical and trying to point out the loopholes in their argument.
And come
So
up
I
with
like,
lot of energy. You are
uh,
confident. All of you are confident. Come up with, show that energy.
I
Okay,
liked
show that
how
energy.
Adishri had, of course, can all have your own lines, but I said, yeah, so she ended it. What do you have to say about that? So and so, what do you have to say about that? So that's your challenging. You're throwing an open challenge. Can you defend yourself or not? Okay, Anusha. Anusha,
Yes.
don't forget your bell, huh?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
your timers, huh?
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Because
you,
that will also give clue to Miss Nivedita that whether they are on time or not. Okay. So once at 1.30 seconds and one at 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. Okay. Thank you, Pranav. Finally, I would like to call upon Samantha to express her thoughts.
Thank you, Anusha. The first step to tackle this big pandemic was to spread awareness. People in the urban places were already informed about the upcoming pandemic and started to take precaution measures. But the government did not ignore the rural areas. The doctors nearby a village or a town through social media or a call-a-tone did inform about the pandemic in such a way that the people were only aware but not scared. In this certain time, the concept of humanity showed light. Many celebrities sponsored supplements, and not only that, even common people like you and me did donate money for the welfare of the people. Even though it was a big challenge, for the India government did not sit quietly. The government took certain responsibilities and actions. They did the nationwide lockdown, seeing that the country was not in control. They took initiative and extended the lockdown. And why do you think we are coming to school? It's only because the government of India has let us reopen physical school. So yes, India did not entirely fail to manage this pandemic, but did try from all the aspects of saving people's life. Jai Hind. Ma'am, I had one doubt actually. Like, can I respond to Pranav's one of his statement? Like, can I rebut that
Of course
statement?
you can, because that is called rebuttal. My dear
Oh,
friend Pranav has said so and so, and
hmm.
I would like to differ to his opinion because I have so and so evidence.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yeah,
Sumedha,
So,
that makes a debate interesting because you
yeah.
are connecting to the earlier speaker. That's rebuttaling. Okay.
so your task here is to bring down these guys, Pranav, Anant, and Adishri, and their
Yes.
task is to bring you down.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to know the timing, whether I should do it before or after. So, as my friend Pranav said, that we did not have we were not being able to test many people a day. So, I would like to tell that we had started from less than 100 tests per day on 18th May, and we reached up to 2 lakh test landmarks in its fight against COVID-19. And this 2000-fold increase, it became achievable with the corporation of airlines, railways, medical colleges, ministries, postal services, and all of it. So, thank you.
Anusha, continue. Don't stop.
Okay, ma'am. Now I would like to request the members of both the teams to deliver their reply speech, starting with the proposition team.
Thank you, Anisha. The list of actions and decisions that resulted in the current unprecedented pandemic disaster in India is long and disheartening. There is enough blame to go around, including the government that allowed the Kumbh Mela and election rallies to proceed. Lack of communication. Many people say that the government doesn't pick up any calls. With the world's second highest case load, India is among the countries worst affected in COVID-19. Social distancing and lockdown rules are employed in India, which, however, add an additional impact on the economy, human living, and environment. Scared and uncertain to that lay ahead, they began walking hundreds or even thousands of miles to reach their villages. Now, months later, the pandemic appears to be on the wane and many informal jobs return, but migrant workers are still struggling to get by. What would you like to say that what is the government doing anything for the common people?
No,
Thank you.
closing line is not giving the cue properly, Adishri. So I would like to close by saying, is the government doing anything for the common people? Anusha, that is your cue. You please, after that, if when she stops, you just have 1 minute. Ask the next one. We don't have luxury of time. Come on.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, should Adishri tell ma'am?
So now you should say, after Adishri is done, you should say, now I would like to request the opposition team to
Okay.
speak.
Yes, ma'am. Now I will request the opposition members to speak.
Additionally, over 2.02 crores of N95 masks and 1.18 crore of PPE kits have been distributed in Indian states and units for free since 1st April. Now, talking about the vaccinations is intensively working. The government of India is intensively working and supporting to vaccinate everyone at an affordable rate where every citizen in India can be vaccinated.
Thank you for
Ma'am,
expressing
can I
your.
speak for that? Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes? Yeah?
Ma'am, can I speak for that? Like, I want to go against it.
No, you can't rebut now. Then you have to wait for your 2 minutes questioning round.
Okay, ma'am.
You can't rebut in the reply session. Your turn is over. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Go on.
Thank you for expressing your thoughts. Now, the next 2 minutes is open discussion for questioning. Both the teams can ask questions for clarification to the opponent team.
Yeah, so he has raised his hand. So you say, yes, Pranav, you can ask the first question. So raise your hand to ask questions, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, Pranav, you can ask your questions.
I would like to ask my fellow friends in the opposition. I would like to ask my fellow friends in the opposition about the late ordering and late ordering and late action from the Indian government for objects like testing kits, vaccinations, and proper masks.
Sumedha Michelle, no pin drop silence. You need to at least try to answer that. Girls, come on.
Wait, ma'am, can I just modify the 1 minute? I'm sorry about that. Okay. I would like to ask my fellow friends in the opposition what they think about the late ordering of medical test of COVID-19 testing kits, vaccinations, and proper masks. For example, just how they ordered from Germany on March 16th, even with repeated warning.
Michelle, Sumedha, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Girls, you have to attempt to answer. You said, I will like to answer this question for this thing and say something to that. At least you can say that, yes, the government was like whatever. I will not answer it for you. But then you have to attempt. You can't be, then you're losing out points. Michelle and Sumedha, could you just switch on your cameras so that I know you understood what is being said? Yeah, he has asked a question. Why did the government order masks and kits and everything? Why there was a delay? So you have to attempt to don't again, girls, don't worry about whether your answer is correct or not. You have to attempt to answer it because you are, you have to come out as being confident and you know what you are talking about. He has asked a question. If there is pin drop silence from your end, how will that do? Then you have lost the debate then and there. Attempt to answer it. Got my point? Michelle? We will not be scared. Why? What should be scared about? Max, my answer will be wrong. Have you got it? And it's not about in debate, it's not about getting the right or wrong answer. It's about, coming out as being confident and uh, ready to fight it out. Okay?
Ma'am, actually, we are having a statement, but then I had already addressed that to Artistry. So is it okay if I repeat the statement?
Yeah, of course. And add something else to it. Come on, then what research did you do? And this is such a hot topic. Yeah, go
Mm.
on.
Yeah, so Pranav, as I already had mentioned to one of your teammates, that already about 2.02 crores of 95 masks are being addressed to many towns and cities and places where people could not afford those masks. And even PPE kits in government hospitals, about 1.18 crores PPE kits have been distributed in India states since 1st April 2020. So already the distribution of such masks and PPE kits are being distributed throughout the nation, actually.
So, Michelle, just as a guidance, take out points from your team members' argument, and you can attempt to answer the questions. But if
Okay,
you
ma'am.
do not answer it at all, then you will. I mean, there's eerie silence, and it doesn't feel good. Of course, that means Pranav has brought you down. That's it. And it's just 2 minutes. Okay, Anand. So Anusha, Pranav has again raised his hand, but you are the host. So Anand has raised his hand. Let him answer this, ask a question, and you guys ask question. Why are you letting them ask all the questions, and you are just like taking all the beating? You ask questions. What happened? Fighting spirit, girls. Fight back. Yeah, Anand, you can ask.
I would like to ask my friends of the opposition a question like why did several health ministries and even the health ministry of the union government deny an oxygen crisis when people have seen several images of people dying in hospitals and even at roads without getting hospital beds and oxygens, and the government showed apathy by saying in last year that there was actually no oxygen crisis.
Even though oxygen banks were created in many hotspots, like many urban and rural places, but due to the lack of people, yeah, I do agree that people did not get oxygen on time, and that's why they died, most of them. But even though the government had created oxygen banks for them to probably like come and take the oxygen, put in some money and take in oxygen, but there was a shortage of oxygen, and people like the celebrities and all, they did actually donate money for them to make oxygen cylinders and probably get all the rural areas in touch with those oxygen banks. So it's not like all the people did not get oxygens, but some of them who were in fortune, they really got oxygen. It's not like everyone died without getting oxygen.
2 minutes over, Anusha. You are the host. Why you're just letting it go on and on? What is your task here?
Ma'am, the
After
thing
two
is,
minutes, you stop. Yeah, you'd say, ring your bell and say that we are sorry, friends. We are. It was nice to hear all your enlightening arguments, but 2 minutes are over, and we have to move on to the. Thank you for all your contributions. Okay.
ma'am, but the thing is, there was a lot of confusion in between, so I didn't know what to do now.
So it's just 2 minutes. See, there would be confusion in questioning round, right? It's not confusion. They will say something, they will not know what to answer, so and so, but you have to give them 2 minutes. Confusion or no confusion. Okay? Right? Got it? So 2 minutes over, two questions asked, two questions answered. One feedback to Sumedha, Michelle, and I think Niharika's team. I feel that you have to be more aggressive in your approach. And second is that you have to know each other's scripts. Okay? And be on the spot. Fight back. It doesn't matter whether you're saying right or wrong. It's about saying the wrong thing with confidence that wins the debate. Okay? Go on. Okay, you can drop off. Next team.
Wow, that was intense. Now, let's move on to the next team who are all ready to take on each other in the battle of wits. Let's welcome our next group of students. Their debate topic is academic dishonesty is the first step to corruption. The members of the proposition team who would like to speak in favor of the motion are Akshay Dey of grade 11, Abhinav of grade 10, and Shrenik of grade 8. The members of the opposition team are Ria of grade 11, Edwin Sujo of grade 8, and Srijani of grade 8. I would like to invite Akshay, the first speaker of the proposition team, to open the debate.
Akshay has not joined, right? Anju, is Akshay here? Shazdi, can you find out about Akshay? What happened? Hello?
Yes,
Mom,
yes,
it
ma'am.
says for him the studio is full.
Shazni?
Yes, ma'am, I'm calling him.
Okay, Ria, the opening speaker of your team is not there. So what would you do? If for some internet issue he is not able to join, what would you do?
Yes, ma'am. So good morning, friends. My name is Riya Gupta. I'm from grade 11, and due to some issues, my fellow mate Akshay has not been able to join. Mom, like, should I take over or should I? Can I ask?
Well, take over because Shazni, you have to do it. It's a mock. Come on.
Anju, keep me in the backstage and allow her, allow Akshay. I'll
And
make
also
my comments in the
me
chat
to
box.
backstage. I don't need to be there. Anju, both of me and Miss Ratna, we will
We will
communicate
be
in the chat.
backstage.
Ma'am, it
No, we
seems
will
that
be,
he's not able to join.
Yeah, yeah. You move us out, Anju, please.
no, keep us in the backstage so that we can put the comments in the chat box. If we are out, we will not be able to put our comments. So put us in the backstage and we will put it in the chat box.
Or Anju, ma'am, you can remove me. I will see through YouTube link and I will inform the students who has to join next. That will be better, ma'am.
Shajni, we can still put our comments if we are backstage. So all three of us can be backstage.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Anju, keep us
Ma'am,
in the
but I don't think the backstage or front stage matters really because
no.
it's
We
the
can
number of
we can.
people.
Is it no? We are in the studio. Okay, let them figure out. Continue.
Should Ria
Anushka.
take over?
Yeah, Ria, for now, take over. Anju is figuring this out.
Yes, ma'am. So, good morning, everybody. My name is Riya Gupta, and today I'm from grade 11, And today our topic is academic dishonesty is the first step to corruption. Now, my fellow, I am in the, I am against this topic, and I would just like to say is that
You are
I would like,
against. The
yes, ma'am.
proposition team needs to speak first. Akshay
That's
is
what,
in your
ma'am.
team or what?
No, Akshay is not in my team. Akshay is in the other team.
Who's Akshay? Who are the other members of Akshay's team?
Abhinav and
Abhinav
Shenik.
and Shrenik, ma'am.
Okay, so Avinav and Shrenik, Akshay is not here. So what do we do now?
Ma'am, he's not able to join because he's telling that the studio
I
says.
got that bit. So suppose he has got internet issue and he's not able to join at all. What would you do?
Ma'am, then I would start.
Yeah, so kindly start. You become the first member of that team, and you have to stand in his seat and say the points that he had to say.
Okay, ma'am. So
And
then,
kindly have your
Shrenik can take
cameras
yes,
on,
sir.
guys. This is a rule of thumb. Thank you.
Ma'am, so like, can Shrenik take over my points?
No, say Abhinav. He is not there, right? Not to be seen. He has got internet issue. Something has gone wrong. He can't join. So what would you do? Would you lose that 2 minutes for your team? Or would you attempt to stand in his seat? Shrenik, what happened, guys? We know, right? We have to cover for each other. So you have.
Ma'am, the studio is full. Yes.
No, I got that point. Why he cannot join, we can debate. Studio is full, doesn't have internet connection. The whole point is that he's not there. Now, as members of his team, Abhinav and Shrenik, what are you supposed to do? Are you going to stand by like that? Shrenik.
Abhinav, just introduce a topic. No.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So I would start. So good morning, everyone. My name is Abhinav. Today, I'm for the motion, and our topic is why academic dishonesty is the first step for correction. I will start with an um, I will start saying that academic dishonesty it mainly refers to the difficult behavior which is performed by an individual in his or her academic team. Then, according to me, like academic dishonesty is like getting addicted to something. Once you keep doing it, you tend to keep on doing it again and again. You feel like doing it again because it feels easy and it's achieved without great effort or presenting only few difficulties. So the students tend to do things such as plagiarisms of their homeworks or cheating at exams or anything. For these kind of people, it's like it could be the best solution for the present, but it's a drawback and a disadvantage for them as they will for sure lack in doing hard work and give up eventually at any work. They don't even get a suppose you think if they don't even get a bit chance to cheat at any exam, they'll for sure fail and actually and we'll get to know what they're capable of. So, according to what I have done and the research I did, and according to McCabe, who is in surveyor, according to his surveys, he has surveyed almost 24 high schools in the United States. He stated that most of the students regret cheating and accept that most of them have plagiarized. So, it is best to work hard no matter how difficult it is to study or do any work. So, uh, So we have to give our own potential and we have to try our best. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhinav. Now I would like to invite Ria, the first speaker of the opposition team, to present her arguments.
Thank you, Anusha. Now, I would like to good morning, everybody. My name is Jaya Gupta, and today I'm gonna be talking against the topic. The few points I would like to put forward. Number one, teamwork. The famous quote of the famous quote teamwork means that if we work together, we tend to work more better and more efficiently. In today's world, in our school years, if we work together and discuss, it is known as academic dishonesty. And the same thing that we do when we grow up are told to be considered as teamwork. In office or adulthood, it is known as teamwork, but in school, it is known as academic dishonesty. The second point I would like to put forth is reinventing the wheel. What I mean by this is that in this current generation, we have most of the things that we can get online. So instead of just going back to the libraries and finding out the different pages where we can get our resources from, we do it online. So from that, we all save time. No one's losing, everyone's gaining. The third point I would like to put forward is collaboration. The word collaboration means working with each other, and if we do so in academic, it is said to be people who work together are more better at working.
Continue, Ria. Are you done?
Ma'am, she rang the bell, ma'am.
She rings the bell at 1:30 and then at 2.
Oh, sorry. Yes, ma'am. So, collaboration, in other words, means working with people. If we do in school, like I said, it is known as academic. But in the future, if we do so, it is said to be a good deed. For example, we take a lab. In my opinion, it goes back to the same point where you are told to do the same thing in school. In that, we say it saves time, it saves resources, everyone is gaining, and no one is losing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ria. Now I would like to invite Abhinav to take this debate forward.
Yeah, Avinav, where did you go? Are you there?
Ma'am, like, uh, no, Akshay is here, ma'am.
Okay, Akshay, continue.
Ma'am, I'm the first speaker, so should I say my point?
Yeah, but the,
Ma'am, if you
Tell
allow us, can we from first?
Guys, do you have each other's script?
Yes, we do have, ma'am.
Ma'am, they do have it. So can Akshay take Abhinav's point? Has Abhinav covered Akshay's point? Okay, ma'am. Thank you, Ria. Now I would like to invite Akshay to take this debate forward.
So, according to me, academic dishonesty is like getting addicted to something. So do once you keep doing it, you tend to do it again and again. If you feel like doing it again because it feels easy and it is achieved without great effort or presenting or facing few difficulties, the students tend to do things such as plagiarism or doing cheating in homeworks and exams. Or this kind of people, it, it's like it could be the best solution for the present, but a drawback from them as they'll sure lack in doing hard work and give up eventually at any work. If they don't even give their best or try hard to achieve and continuously keep cheating, they'll not never be able to prove themselves. As as proven by the research done by Dr. Donald McCabe, where he had surveyed about 24 high schools in United States, saying that which stated that most of the students regret cheating on exams and ex, accepted that most of them have plagiarized work. So I think it's best to work hard, no matter how difficult it is, to study or work on anything, and we have to make sure that we really need to give our best and try our potential, which give our best potential which we have. Thank you.
Thank you, Akshay. Now I would like to invite Edwin to put forward his thoughts.
Thank you, Anusha. I am Edwin and I'm going against the topic. So, the first point that I would like to put forth is that children change a lot as they grow and they'll show a totally different behavior when they are adults. Many children, to be honest, are academically dishonest, but only a tiny percentage of them will be corrupt in the future. Corruption is unacceptable, and anyone with a minimal understanding of morality will know to stay clear away from it. The second point that I would like to put forth is that corruption is completely unrelated to academic dishonesty. Corruption is abusing one's power for one's own private gain or taking bribes. But the only relation between academic dishonesty and corruption is that both of them are to be avoided. Saying that academic dishonesty leads to corruption is like saying that academic dishonesty leads to theft or gambling. The two concepts are completely unrelated. So, I would like to conclude by saying that academic dishonesty and corruption are unrelated to a great extent, and one's behavior in childhood plays very little role in shaping their behavior for the future when they are much older. Thank you.
Thank you, Edwin. Now I would like to invite Shrenik to share his thoughts and arguments. Abhinav or Akshay, can you take over Shrenik's point?
The thing is, most of us tend to get scared while writing an exam when we know there is a chance we will fail. Hence, we feel like being academically dishonest. The thing is, cheating progresses if you get away with it. It's the same way as a lottery ticket. If you don't win, then you won't buy any more lottery. Whereas if you do win, you will continue buying more lottery tickets that's developed into an addiction. If you were to get away while cheating on multiple minor tests, you would obviously start uh, s- you would obviously start uh, most people tend to cheat because they want to get a good record which would allow them to enter top university. If you do cheat and get caught cheating in university exams, you're likely to have a bad record with no recommendations that will probably make it extremely hard to find a job. Hence, making your wallet spending tight. If you have cheated the past for some marks, a few notes of money taken from your friend might feel like the same if you don't get caught. Eventually, scamming and stealing might feel like revealing your life, which didn't have consequences. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhinav. Now, finally, I would like to invite Srijini to express her thoughts.
Thank you. Greetings to one and all present here. I'm Srijini from grade 8. I'm against the topic. Corruption is unrelated to academic dishonesty. Corruption is unrelated to academic dishonesty. Corruption is unrelated to academic dishonesty.
Now, I will request the members of both the teams to deliver their reply speech starting from the affirmative speech.
So, I would conclude by saying that it is best to work hard no matter how difficult it is to study or work on anything we have to or to work on anything. We have to make sure that we really need to give our best and try a potential cap and not to cheat, plagiarize any work. So this is what my group had to tell about why academic dishonesty is the first step to corruption.
Now the opposition team.
I'm in the opposition too.
Yeah, your last point is your delivery reply speech.
Yeah.
Ria, are you gonna?
Yeah. No, like, is Abhinav done?
Yeah. Abhinav's done.
Okay. Now, beyond these things, I beg to differ that all points I said are dishonesty. So, while I am for teamwork, collaboration, innovation, improvement, efficiency over working alone, taking excessive resources and time and producing things that we have already been produced, I am absolutely against cheating, stealing, lying. These are general dishonesty. So I am not defending stealing someone's work and calling it your work. Lying about what you have done or not done. In these modern times, we have to be innovative, efficient, and smart, and for that, teamwork, collaboration, and improving on something that has not been done is the way to go. To achieve that, we should not be afraid to challenge the existing systems which are against teamwork or mugging up something that we simply don't understand. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for sharing your thoughts. Now, the next 2 minutes is open discussion for the questioning round. Both the teams can ask questions for clarification to the opponent team. Guys, if you have a question, you have to raise your hand. Thanks a lot for sharing your thoughts. Now we will invite the next team to continue this journey. The topic of the debate for the third team is remote learning is the future of education. The members of the proposition team who would like to speak in favor of the motion are Pawan Reddy of grade 11,
Yeah,
Harris Just
Shashni, this team is completely confused.
Harris Justin of grade 9 and Krupashri of grade 9. The members of the opposition team are Niharika of grade 10, Ananya of grade 8, and Darshan of grade 1.
Yeah, Shadni, we're waiting for the next group, but they have no first clue of what needs to be done. We need to have a run through with this team. Hmm. Yeah, get the others to. Yeah, please send because they were like looking so confused. No, the first group that I saw it was good enough. They were almost there, but this team I don't know. I mean, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. We'll just get the other group three on because we are waiting here. Thank you. Anusha, let's wait a bit.
Ma'am, a few of them are there in the backstage, so if they can give the option to enter the main yard, it will be great, ma'am.
Rajni, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll check with
Shazmi,
Anjali.
I think Anju has left. She has got that art competition, I think, for which she has left. So I guess why don't you send a Google Meet link to everyone so that everyone can join and we can at least have a run through over there.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. I'll do that.
Because Anju is not there. She has written that she has left because she has to go for that art competition.
Okay, ma'am. So in the meet link, first we will start with group 3,
We will
ma'am.
start from the beginning. We'll start from the beginning, okay?
Okay,
And after
okay,
that, I
ma'am.
want to speak to you shortly.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So I'm leaving this link.
Sure, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 10:30, I will ask everyone to join in that link, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.